Welcome back to the Math-I. The Warriors lead it by 8 at halftime. Joe Abramson along with Warriors men's tennis coach Bryan Morrow and one of his senior players, Nick Ang. And Bryan, first of all for you, Pliak Coach of the Year, you're also a Hall of Famer here from your playing days. I talked the other day to Sheila Snyder about it. Similar to you, you played here, you stuck around, you coached here. This place is in your blood.
Yeah, I can't get enough of it. Positively love being around Wayne State and watching all the growth within the community and here in the athletic department. The support that we have with the alum and the athletic department, the best place for me. I love being here.
And you mentioned the word community, and they talk around here about academics and athletics and community, and this guy, he kind of exemplifies it.
He's about as good as you get.
Nick, all right, so you started the Detroit Feedback Loop. Yeah. Give me the background on this thing. This thing's amazing. You've gotten awards for this.
Yeah, so about almost 2 years ago, my friend and I were sitting in one of the cafeterias on campus, and we just wondered to ourselves, what was going on with the leftover food? Were people just throwing it away, or were they reusing it? And we just started talking to the chef there, and they said that they just threw the food away, which was mind-blowing because there was hundreds of pounds of food every day that was going to waste. So just a few of us, my friends and I, just started transporting the food on our own. And things started going well, but eventually realized that we had to do all the right things to take care of ourselves legally, because when it comes to food, there's a lot of issues that can go wrong with that. So we decided to create a nonprofit, and since then it's been growing.
How big has it gotten? I mean, initially you're probably, hey, let's just get what we can, but I know you've gotten places like McShane's Restaurant and some other places involved. Are you trying to expand this?
Yeah, so right now we work with Forgotten Harvest a lot, and through them we get connections with MGM Grand, Whole Foods, Avalon Bakery we take from all the time, and so far we've gotten to about 23,000 meals donated. And we're working on doing different events around the city and on campus to promote food awareness and food waste awareness, homelessness and stuff, and try to figure out how we can give back to the community.
I saw that you're a 4.0 student, and it's not in some easy kind of major. You're going into the medical world. Are you going to try to keep this going while you keep pursuing that?
Yeah, I'll probably stay on the board as an advisor, but for the most part, med school will come first, and we're passing it on to a really good person who's going to take over and run it really well. So looking forward to handing it on.
Now, these guys have gotten already the Sparky Anderson Award for Youth and Philanthropy, and you nominated Nick for the John Wooden Citizenship Cup. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, what do you get with what do you know about that award?
I don't know a lot about the John Wooden Award other than obviously the coach himself and how spectacular he was with community service. But with Nick, he was definitely one of our top athletes to nominate for that award, and it's just a privilege to be able to nominate him for as many awards as I've had to. I've written more letters of recommendation for this guy than anybody in my career.
That's pretty flattering stuff. And I know you didn't start the feedback loop to get awards and get interviewed and get recognition, but there has to be some gratification in knowing that people see it, notice it, and maybe that does make it grow bigger just because someone who hadn't heard about it might want to get involved.
Yeah, the support that we got from the university and from athletics has been unreal. I mean, that in itself is enough recognition, knowing that people in the community and on campus were willing to stand behind us and help.
When you read the letters that Coach Morrow sent, that the athletic director Rob Fournier sent on your behalf, and it's glowing, and they're saying, hey, this guy represents our community, he represents what we want student athletes to be. You're a senior athlete. Freshmen come in, you can be an example to them. Do you tell them, hey, there's more to this than playing tennis, and hey, school's important, there's more to it than that too, though. You got to be a part of this area.
Oh yeah, there's in fact one guy on my team, Pierre Renaudi from France. He's a first-year student right now. He just came here, and he 4-pointed his last semester in engineering. He's volunteering and doing all kinds of events, and I just it's really rewarding to see other people getting involved in doing similar things, and I hope I can be that role model for them too.
If someone watching wanted to get involved, help out the Detroit Feedback Loop, whether monetarily or if they had a restaurant or some sort of service, what do they do?
They can email us at DetroitFeedbackLoopWSU@gmail.com. You can also just Google Detroit Feedback Loop to check out our website. Contact info's up there. You can read about us, catch up with us, and see what we're doing. It's all online.
That's awesome. Let's talk about tennis real quick. So, you're coming off a Coach of the Year campaign, and you're always building this program. all the athletic programs here seem to be improving. I know you've got the advantage of that new indoor facility. How nice is that thing?
So having that on campus is just unbelievable. The guys today getting to come to practice and not have to deal with the snow and driving off-site like we used to have to do, just so much safer. In fact, we probably would have had to cancel today because of the snow, just to be safe to the athletes. Having that indoor facility to practice at as much as we can is just a great advantage for us.
Are you able to use it as a recruiting tool when you look at a kid and say, hey, you know, you come here, you practice, you go somewhere else, you deal with...
Exactly, yeah. We, between the scoreboards that we have, which Mr. Fournier got for us, and the indoor facility, you know, our facilities are top-notch, and most people who come and look at them, all the recruits are very excited by it and can't wait to come and play. So,
yeah. You guys, between the two of you, you represent really everything that they want this athletic department to be. You're a guy who had a Hall of Fame career and stuck around and remained part of it, and you're bringing a lot of notoriety, and you're doing the stuff that Rob Fournier makes a big point about, the 10,000 hours of community service. And tell me this, when you came here as a freshman, did you understand what that really meant, or is it something that maybe as you kind of work your way into the program here that you really get a grasp of that?
I was definitely like really uncomfortable with it, coming into like Detroit as a freshman, just not knowing what it meant to be involved in the city. But as soon as I started getting my feet wet, being in the city, I realized how much more of an impact I could make the more I did stuff, and it was a really cool experience being in Detroit and being a student athlete at the same time with the support we got.
Awesome. Well, hey, you guys, you've both made an impact. Keep doing it. You're representing Wayne State, you're representing Midtown, and representing yourselves really well.
thank you very much.
We'll be right back.